Um, the objective of the session is to, one, have a look at the unique experiences of the city of Barcelona in forging the kinds of partnerships it has forged over the last few years, in drawing together a wide array of stakeholders in a neutral platform with the express purpose of making this city safe from the impacts of various different hazards and risks and crises that would plausibly affect the city. And to show you that with that experience, there are elements of that process that are relevant to any city, any human settlement, any town, any megacity anywhere in the world. And I hope that one of the things you take away from this next couple of days is the methodology and the approach that the city of Barcelona has developed over the last few years and is successfully implementing. And you'll see both people talking about this, and you'll have an opportunity, or you may have already had an opportunity to see in person the mechanisms by which they do this. Without taking up too much more time, I'd like to introduce the man to my right, who many of you don't need an introduction to, but for those of you who don't know, the Deputy Mayor of the City of Barcelona, Antoni Vives. I pass the floor to you, Tony, and welcome everyone.
I think that you can applaud Dan. I think he deserves an applause. Well, good morning, everybody. I think that Dan deserves an applause because if we didn't have people like him and people like most of you, I think that resilience would never have become such an issue. And not regarding only the disasters of the world, but regarding the common life. I think that fear, in a way, has become a subject that being treated just as something that you find in the papers becomes meaningless at last, as many of the news that we get in our everyday life. Whilst fear is something that is embedded in our daily procedures. I mean, we have fear of our children going alone to school. We have fear of our elderly parents living alone. We have fear of our own safety. We have fear of what's going to happen tomorrow. Fear has become one of the main hidden subjects of our societies. And I think that anyone working on resilience as a subject becoming at the heart of our policies is someone to listen to. That's why when I met Dan for the first time and when I met my team, Manolo Valdés and the people working for him, and they told me that there was a part of our policies that was devoted not to work against fear, but to work for the security of the people, I thought that they deserved being listened to. And more when they, rather than putting the accent in the infrastructures, they put the accent in people. I think that the way in which Barcelona has developed its resilience strategies is rather than being centered on what's going to happen with infrastructures, it's what's going to happen with people suffering of these or these other problems regarding electricity, water floods, whatever. People is our main issue. I'm going to read you something. People are talking about Greece a lot these days, but Greeks, it's not the first time that they have gone through trouble. There was a guy called Thucydides, I don't know if you've ever heard about him, that wrote a book, The History of the Peloponnesian War. And he was talking about resilience without knowing it. And he said in one of the chapters of his history, because I think that Thucydides, in fact, taught us everything about politics, even about resilience. He says, it is a policy. He doesn't know it is a policy. He's talking about resilience without knowing it. It is a policy which entails suffering, and each one of you already knows what this suffering is. But its ultimate benefits are still far away and not yet clear for all to see. And not yet clear for all to see. Resilience is about those policies that are not clear for everybody to see in the future, but are absolutely meaningful to preserve our quality of life, our state of the art of what we believe the welfare state is. If we don't put that here at the back of our mind, we are lost. Resilience is not about policies for today. Resilience is about policies for the day after tomorrow. And that's why it's so important putting people at the heart of each one of the policies we develop. We won't win a single vote with this. I'm sorry for the companies working for us. You will not make a lot of money with this, with us, not a lot, but we will generate the other aspect. The first one is people, and the other aspect is partnership. We are going to develop a solid partnership. So these utility companies that are here, I'm sure that I've seen many people here that I know, water, construction, sewage, etc. You guys, if you want to work with cities like Barcelona, you know that you might not be winning a lot of money with us at the beginning. At last, you always will win money, I know it. But at the beginning, you might not be winning a lot of money with us, but you will set up a solid partnership with cities like ours. By the way, this is a model that works here in Barcelona, what we would call the first world, and also works well in the affluent countries. I think that one of the challenges that we have all over the world is generating this double-leg policy, people-centered, partnership-centered. Here and everywhere. If you expect going, I don't know, to Dhaka, for example, wanting to make a lot of money in 6 years, please don't go there. We're going to find someone else. With Dan and the United Nations, we're going to find someone else. If you want to go to Dhaka or you want to go to Hyderabad and work for something, I said something wrong, perhaps? I don't know. If you want to go to Hyderabad and stay there for 40 years, then please do go there with us, because you are the guys that we need. So these are the two main aspects I wanted to stress this morning. People on the first hand, partnership on the second, working for the day after tomorrow. Please never forget that we are serving our societies. Thank you very much. I expect that you're going to have a very good working session, and welcome to Barcelona.